Alright, so before you get started, you always want to make sure that your cutting board has something underneath it, something kind of wet to make sure that it doesn't move, and you want to make sure that your blade is going to be sharp. So a quick refresher, how you hold a blade, just looks like that. We're going to start out by and the recipe calls just for a half of a green pepper, or for a green pepper to be halved, so I'm just going to do that real quick. Alright, so got that. 5 cloves of garlic. So take your blade and you hit it just with your hands, kind of like this, to make sure you don't cut anything. And it just makes the skin fall right off. I'm going to do that for all of the different cloves. So now that I have all of them without their skin, just through the process that I showed, I'm going to go ahead and just start mincing them. I'm going to be really just like going back and forth. I have one of the little contraptions. So I'm going to use that because it makes it a little bit easier. But if you don't have one of these, then all you're going to do is just keep slicing and chopping until it gets to the size that you want. The recipe also calls for a half of an onion, so I'm just going to go ahead and I took all the skin off. I'm just going to chop off this other side. I don't know why it was being difficult. And then now that you have it, just going to go ahead, chop it in half. It also calls for some bay leaves, so I'm just going to take out 2 like how it calls and go ahead and put that in as well. So I currently have my 2 cups of water, my 2 cups of chicken broth. I have half of a green pepper, I have 2 bay leaves, and a half of an onion. So I'm just going to bring it to a simmer over medium to high heat and let that start doing its thing. Alright, while we're waiting for that to go ahead and get to a simmer, I'm just going to measure out my 1.5 cups of the long grain white rice. I'm going to put that straight into this strainer here because I'm then going to just rinse it and make sure that the water runs clear to make sure that everything is all clean. So now I'm just going to go ahead and just chop up the remaining half of the pepper, and I'm also going to chop up the onion as well. Alright, I'm now just going to start cutting the bacon, which I'm going to cut them into 1/4 inch cubes. So I have my bacon, my garlic, and my onion and my chopped pepper all in here. It's all sizzling. It's pretty much the brightness of the vegetables are pretty much dulled out. So I'm going to go ahead and add my rice. So everything is all completed and it's in the pot, and I have the pot in the oven at 350 for 30 minutes, and then it should be done. Alright, so it just came out of the oven, and this is what the final result looks like. The beans and the rice are fully cooked. You got some bacon. We also have the chopped peppers, onions, and some of the garlic in there too. It smells and tastes really good, so looking forward to having it.